Singularity and Virus. Beanades? No, we're not going to use Beanades. Well, Night's Edge is more likely. Grinding Queen Bee to get enough Beanades, and also building an arena that's Beanade functional is just a lot of work. We already have a Night's Edge, and Night's Edge is better than Beanades, so might as well just use the Night's Edge. Yeah, last time hey Soup Boy, we built a Plantera arena, which took a long time, but it should be mostly functional, come hard mode. Might need to be expanded on a little bit, but should be more or less fine. And we looted the dungeon and did pretty much all of the preparation except for building the Wall of Flesh arena and killing the Wall of Flesh. Although, on the Plantera arena stop spawns? Yeah. You had a thought in your mind, why is dancepad difficulty harder than anything Red can ever do? It's just strange. Well, I think the reason dancepad difficulty would be so difficult is it's, regardless of how experienced you are with a mouse, like, if you know your way around mouse and keyboard Terraria very well, you can do a very large number of things. Pretty much anything. But needing to relearn a different control scheme in which you have hard limits on what you can do in terms of how fast you can react or how fast you can do things, it's a much different kind of difficulty. I wouldn't necessarily say this is more, like, acutely difficult than anything you could come up with in a seed, but we're at pre-Wall of Flesh right now. We need to build the Wall of Flesh arena. That's the main thing. Okay, let me start by getting the Bewitching Table buff so I can summon 2 Vampire Frogs. Actually, no. I don't want to... Yes, I do. I do. The best way to do this is kill the guide. Kill the guide so that if we happen to kill a voodoo demon above lava, the Wall of Flesh won't spawn. Where is the guide? And do I have any valid houses that are not being used? Where is the guide? I don't think he was in the forest. At the ocean. Okay. Let's... Damn, how am I gonna kill him? Should be revising for a science that's what it is. Hey, Snoop Jake. How am I gonna kill the Wall of Flesh? Oh, sorry, kill Brandon. Get an enemy to spawn and come in? What if I, suffocate him? No, I don't think my thighs are up to that. Let me move the cool... Make sure the cool slime is in the room with the witch doctor, so I can still use this pylon. Mr. YouTube guy has to be the best thing you've ever heard today. Oh. Well, thank you, Balon. Yeah, I mean, the cool slime in there. Oh, Nody slime. Huh. Oh. Okay, hold on. In that case, I'll swap around the guide and witch doctor, because it looks like the cool slime can only live in this house. And not that house. Or Nody slime. There are too many slimes. Okay. I'll swap around the witch doctor. Challenge shows that even if it seems possible, somebody's going to beat Terraria in the weirdest way possible. Wouldn't water walking potion be better than an arena? Oh, God, no. No, what? Dear God, no. hell are you talking about? Water walking potions are a one-way trip to death. Tap down once. Even still, like... no, I haven't built a Wall of Flesh arena yet. Thank you, Time Death. Oh, I do... There is something I'm curious about. If any of you guys know anything about this. I had been talking with Cryptic, before the stream in a Discord server. And they had made reference to... How to kill an NPC? Bucket of lava? I guess bucket of lava. Bucket of lava should work. And they had, referenced, people beating hardcore legendary Get Fixed Boy, before it was released. Like, people had early access to it. And I had not heard of this before. And I don't know if any of you guys happen to know anything about that. Okay, we have molten armor, so we don't get caught on fire. I mean, in hardcore, I'm going to be building an arena for a Wall of Flesh, unless maybe Drunk World, but especially in a situation like this. Yeah, they had said something to the effect of, they had been on track to beat it, and then heard that, what was it? They said they were on track to beat it like 6 hours after it released, but then they heard that somebody had already done it because they had like early access to it, and it had been beaten before it even like came out. And I've never heard of this before. And I don't know if any of you guys have any details on what he's talking about. Hardcore legendary fixed words with the film we thought was the first, and it was a day or two after release. I mean, who? Because I was under the impression that I did it first, and it wasn't a day or two after release, it was like a week after release, but, I don't like care if somebody did it for me, but I'd want to know, because I looked around and couldn't find any information on it when I was making the video. It's just a good, like, clickbait thumbnail. And the only person I knew who was close was Habu, who beat it, like, you know, very shortly after I did. So I'd definitely be interested to know, if something like this happened, just so at least I could, like, change the title of the YouTube video to be more accurate. Moonlord is one of the only mostly unchanged bosses in For the Worthy. Change your mind? What do you mean change your mind? That's just an objective fact. That's like saying you spawned with a copper short sword. Change my mind. Like, yes, the Moonlord has literally no changes in For the Worthy aside from having more HP. That's just true. The only other bosses that don't have changes, I think, are Deerclops and Duke Fishron. You want to stop walking? Yeah, Get Fixed Boy has Boulder Lord. Yeah, I don't know. I'd never heard about this before. I mean, I've had a video saying that it was the first out for like over a year now. And I feel like I would have heard about this. Please stop it. Right in. You have too much defense. The slimes aren't gonna kill you. Damn, rapid fire guy. You see how fast he shot those arrows? Please don't add... please don't talk about anything that might be being added in 1.4. If I made a new post-Moonlord boss, what would it probably be based around? I would never add a post-Moonlord boss to Terraria. I would not do that. I mean, exploding boulders are already basically a thing in For the Worthy. They just explode into projectiles rather than destroying blocks. But again, I don't want to talk about 1.4.5. Things that may or may not be added in 1.4.5. Yeah, I don't think a post-Moonlord boss should ever be added to Terraria. Just for, like, the number scaling on the Moonlord's items are already absurd. To add a post-Moonlord boss, you would have to balance it around the weapons you get from the Moonlord, which would just be obscene. The Moonlord is already obscene. It has, like, twice as much HP as the next boss, which is, like, the Empress of Light. Not counting the Destroyer. Post-Moonlord content is not something Terraria should have. Could you descale the Moonlord? I think descaling the Moonlord and the pillars would be a good idea. But I don't think that's something that would happen. Like, Terraria in its current state, with the Moonlord being what it is, I think a post-Moonlord boss is just a very bad idea. Hey, Felipe. How does being a cute girl get you ahead in software development? I am not a girl. Hate to break it to you. I also don't make software. Are those girders or a hose? They're like, I guess girders? I don't know. They're just like leg wrap thing. Oh, how does being cute? Sorry, you said, get. It's hard. I'm like 3 feet away from, reading chat. Thank you, Toad. Okay. Guy dead. So now, I don't think I have any valid houses that the guide can move into. I'll just walk around and check to make sure. So, if I'm in the underworld, nothing can spawn. Not nothing can spawn. The wall of flesh won't spawn if I happen to kill a voodoo demon over a pit of lava. Okay, you went to the pool, almost drowned? What happened? These houses are all full. I know the Cavern House is fine. Put floaters in your legs? Like floaties? Oh, hold on. This looks like a NPC livable house, because there's only a slime in here. So let me tear this down. Never played modded. Yes, I've played, Calamity mod and Thorium mod on stream. Hope that house above me isn't valid. I put a torch. Huh. Hope not. In the jungle... Actually, I don't think this is clear. Name one naturally blue food. Blueberry. It might be able to move in here. Blueberries are a deep purple but referred to as blue. I disagree. The question if someone beat hardcore get fixed before you couldn't find anything on the Potion Man or Reddit. Red comment says she's pretty sure I'm the first to do it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but Cryptic seemed pretty sure that it had happened, so I wasn't sure. Because they had been talking about how they were like on track to beat it the day it released, but then heard that somebody else had already done it and like gave up, and I don't know. I'll see if they come up with anything. When it might have happened. Let's move on to this, though. So I don't think there's anywhere that the guide can move in. Give me, some vamp frogs. And I think lava slime's the play. Royal gelatin to, negate lava slimes. How would you manage to bite through a rock and swallow it? I mean, some rocks are soft. Salt is a rock. The logistics of eating rocks. I mean, sometimes you get a soft rock, you know? Would it be worth it to do some things for HUD modes they aren't absurdly difficult? I mean, I already kind of did. We built a Plantera arena and we have housing. I'll probably put a couple sunflowers near some pylons. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's soft, you never know. No, I know. Oh, wait, you're talking about rocks. Oh. They should make the pyramid farm? No. What am I gonna farm? Rocks and snowballs is despicable. You know, looking back on it, you know, when I was a kid, you just, you just like eat snow, right? You just get snow off the ground and just eat it. Just shove it in your mouth and swallow it. That's fucking disgusting. Snow is dirty as hell. Or like icicles, Bro, you're literally, like, licking the dirty-ass top of a roof that, like, went down and froze. How you think you might die if you did that? Yeah. True blue food is lemon. I mean, blueberries are blue. I don't care if you say they're purple. They're blue. Alright? Like, no. No, they're blue. I've seen a blueberry. I'd call that blue. Planter boxes? Planter boxes. Planter boxes are definitely the way to go. They consist anthocyanin, which has a mix of red, deep purple, or blue. Blue? I'd made a life fruit farm? No. If I need to make a life fruit farm, I can just make it in hard mode. Like, something like that is not difficult to make. Like lemon infused pea flower tea is one of the only blue. Temperature of methane is liquid. What do you mean natural? Tea is not natural. Like, what constitutes natural? Because tea is taking something and mixing it with water in an artificial way to make a drink. That's not natural. It's not something that naturally occurs in nature. You'd be looking at, like, fruits or vegetables. And that's really about it, because, like, the amount of naturally occurring food, compared to what we think of as food, is not that high. Now, there are naturally occurring ingredients, which you can use to dye things blue, or things that, when, you know, acted upon in certain ways, will become blue. But a tea is not a natural food. I don't know, day bloom? I'm in a day bloom mood. 2,000? 2,000 should be enough. Builder potion. Should make builder and probably like obsidian skin. Got fire blossom, I got obsidian. Got deathweed, yeah. Orange, you get the name orange because the color orange. Because orange are the reason the color orange exists. Are oranges a New World crop? Or are they an Old World crop? I feel like they're a New World crop, but I'm not positive. If they're a New World crop, Like, just look at the etymology of the word. If they're a New World crop, they couldn't have been discovered more than 600 years ago. If the word orange predates that, then they would have gotten their name from the color orange. If the color orange came about because people started describing oranges, then that would be your answer. The color existed long before people? What do you mean long before people? Colors don't, oranges were before people? Well, I mean, but that's not, no. The name orange to describe that color does not predate people. That's the question, not whether or not, like, the concept of light on this wavelength hitting an animal's eyes and being registered as the color orange. If that was the question, that's just a dumb question. Would you visit an alien ocean with alien biology? I would probably just die. So, no. Or with a mining potion. I am curious. Are oranges a New World crop or are they an Old World crop? Meaning, are they native to the Americas or are they native to Europe, Asia, Africa? Because I only know of oranges being grown, in modern times. I feel like they're predominantly grown in North America, but I'm not positive. Oranges were usually green or something. And then selectively bred for more orange attributes. A Google search probably answered my question about oranges. Yes, I am currently on a microphone playing a game on a live stream. I can't do that. Oranges were first brought to the New World by... Wait, Christopher Columbus brought oranges to the New World, or they brought them from the New World? Okay, they're from China and India. Say ooh woo? Why? That seems like a nice elevation to start at. Featherfall Potion OP? I'm not going to take advantage of Featherfall Potions in this environment. Featherfall is great when you have precise control of your character. I don't, so... I mean, Featherfall potions are just very difficult to get the hang of, but they are a very powerful mobility aid when properly utilized. There's a reason a lot of speedruns will use them, as they're quite easy to obtain and give you very good, Oh, do you want to get up here? These guys. I wish these vampire frogs would actually stick up here. Join your Kahoot. Why don't you put your sword next to your block? Because I want to make sure I have my recall potion beside my, It's going to be the same number of switches anyway. But I would much rather have my recall potions be one swap away from my sword than be one swap away from the planter boxes. I could put it where the pickaxe is, but like... Could be wall of flesh or sorbet flavor. My wall of flesh is not sorbet. What? Ice is not a rock, but dirty ice is a rock. Water is classified as lava. Keeps you on those types of big mics that people use and you're desperate to want to get one? What big mics? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. When you see in talent shows? Aren't those more of like microphone stands than the mics themselves? I don't really watch talent shows, but am I winning? I think so. We're not dying, so... Is not losing winning? Is that how that works? It's not... It is difficult to control, Singularity, but it's not inconsistent to control. Like, if you know your way around a Featherfall potion and how it will move you, you can use it quite consistently to dodge things. It's just learning that movement in the first place is kind of tricky. Personally, I usually just don't bother with them because I'd rather do something else. I prefer dodging in other ways. And I've never really bothered putting in the time to learn Featherfall Potion super well, but they're definitely an effective tool. There's like the wire for the dance pad that's under the pad slightly. I want to pull that out. Come here, Mr. Snake Boy. Come on. Me and skin wore out. Ah, good point, yeah. Take that. You know, honestly, I should just equip the obsidian rose. Since with the obsidian rose, I'd basically be immune to lava damage. I have molten armor, so I wouldn't take on fire. Hey, David. Alright, fun fact, if you can't unlock shadow chests and they're blocking your path, you can block swap them with platforms, which allows you to walk through them. When the subscribers actually open a real sorbet cafe, I just don't think that would be a profitable business venture. So if your whole family was on the couch and you shared to the TV, I don't know, stop sharing? But hoiking into the jungle temple, then you realize you still need to be Plantera. Yes, hoiking into the jungle temple won't let you summon Golem early. It's not a sequence break in the sense that you're able to skip progression, but it does allow you to get a solo tablet before killing the mechanical bosses, which allows you to do a solar eclipse pre-mechanical boss, which allows you to get bat wings, which are a post-mech tier of wings that you can get pre-mech. And you can also just get, like, money and potions and whatnot. There's a lot of chests in there. But yeah, the actual usefulness is limited. You can also get additional... There are 2 more bestiary entries you can get if you're trying to get, like, certain zoologist items in pre-hard mode. You might be able to eke out some extra ones by getting 2 bestiary entries. And it is also hard mode enemies that spawn in there, so they do drop additional money. So it's not an awful place to set up like a money farm with lava, because it's pretty easy to AFK since there are no enemies that go through walls in the jungle temple. There's actually getting brain cells at a 10-second rate just by hearing. Is the crystal money farming glitch too OP? That's the one that Bad Name came up with, right? I imagine that'll get patched. I mean, the devs are patching the Lucky Coin money farm that, There's a voodoo demon. Dino Chess and Quasar came up with, and I showed off in that one video. I would be very surprised if they didn't patch the crystal money farm. That's easier and gets you more money. Well, I guess Mappy also has a hand in that money farm, because Mappy made a an improved version that teleports the enemies to have them respawn with half HP, so you don't have to worry about them coming back to respawn. Or something. It's been a little while since I watched the video. Do you know how much on... Do you know much on transmutation glitch manipulation? No, I don't know much about transmutation. I just never bothered to learn it much and figured it would probably get patched. Because it felt to me like the type of glitch that would get patched. Can't beat extra Plantero for the as a summoner for the life of you, even with whip stacking. Bigger arena. What's killing you in the fight? Thank you, Thirst. Like, okay, get off the mount. Like, what about Plantera is killing you? Are you dying in her first phase? If you're dying in her first phase, then second phase, all the other things that pop up. Okay, I mean, just more space. What I find to be an effective way of dodging Plantera is to have a large box arena, have the top and the bottom lined with asphalt, and use a gravitation potion to essentially just run in a box. The asphalt will increase your speed and allow you to get away from her easily. And by getting far enough away, you can despawn the tendrils that are on the hooks, and then she only has the ones around her. There's also the whatever Ahmad said. I've never used that strategy, but apparently it's something that people like to do with Plantera, which is essentially a long tunnel that you can run down and lead her down. I did expert Plantera as a summoner when I did a summoner playthrough a couple weeks ago. Maybe watching that would help? I don't know. Okay, I'm out of obsidian skin. I'm not really falling in lava. Let me get some more fire blossom. I'd see emeralds. There's no problem with using major weapons with a melee build. It's just being a tank. Unless the boss has a time limit, there's no reason you need to try to optimize your DPS. Get some more obsidian skin. Did I just make 4 obsidian skin potions without consuming a single obsidian from the alchemy table? I did. Favorite weapon? The Phoenix Blaster. I was expecting flare gun? No. Flare gun's fine, but like I don't particularly like it. It's just a fun tool to use sometimes. I'd barely even consider the flare gun a weapon. Your weapon's gotta be Coast Flames or the Meow Meow? Coast Flames is an interesting choice. Japan likes bouncy projectiles. Bouncy dynamite's pretty cool. Bouncy dynamite's more fun than the flare gun. Bouncy dynamite only was fun. Dynamite scares you, don't get scared. It's the easy solution. It scares you, literally just don't. I'm glad the Knight's Edge attacks 360 degrees around me. Use my invalid platform technique for the Oldman's army. Nice. It's not like I didn't come up with that strategy. It's something that has been known for a while. So like it's not something I came up with. Yeah, it's a really great way of dealing with them. Wand of Frosting. It's when you use your wand to frost. Frostburn. Wand of Sparking. When was this thing? 1.4.4 is when it was added. I mean, now that they made it so that Molotovs don't need pink gel anymore, back to regular gel, about the only useful thing for pink gel is peace candles, which are phenomenal, by the way. Pro tip, peace candles. They reduce spawn rates. They're the opposite of water candles, made with pink torches. And restoration potions. And, you know, mid pre-hard mode. That's about all pink gel's good for. You tell me I didn't have to use a stupid wand with a shit debuff till you got the diamond staff? No, there was an upgrade you could have used, yeah. Still can't bear to lose it, even though I know I'm touching it. What are you talking about? Oh, the pink gel. Yeah, we got a banner. I don't think I'm gonna put it down, though. My two boxes are great. What a wonderful addition. It deals Frostburn. Which is just, I mean, it's just twice as much damage as on fire. It's not like an insane debuff, but like it's considerably better than on fire. It's 8 DPS instead of 4. I think Water Discord should be more, less, equally rare. I don't care. It could be removed from the game and I would not care in the slightest. I don't use it. I consider it trash. It's in my inventory, it's in the trash slot. Yeah, like, I don't really care. I think it would be funny if the Rod of Discord was much rarer, because then you'd have more people going through the decision of whether or not it's actually worth farming for. The answer is no, it's not worth farming for. But as it gets progressively more and more rare, more people acknowledge that it's not worth farming for. It could be like a 1 in 2,000 drop. And that would be amusing. It should be like a 1 in 2,000 drop on like For the Worthy or Get Fixed Boy. They nerfed the Star Cannon to hell because it's a really strong item. But if anything, they buffed people using the Vault of Discord because it has the increased drop rate from Celebration Mark 10 on Get Fixed Boy. It feels like if you're trying to make like a super difficult seed where you don't let people rely on crutches or really effective weapons like the Star Cannon, nerfing the Vault of Discord would be one of the first things you do. Oh, how did I buy this game right now? The only exception is I will use the Rod of Discord on Journey characters when I'm building sometimes. Like during the Hoik video, I use the Rod of Discord a lot because, you know, you don't want to have to destroy Hoiks you're inside of to get out of them. Moonlord's laser is really easy to dodge. If you need the Rod of Discord to dodge it, you are making... The Moonlord's laser is the easiest attack of his to dodge. It is extremely telegraphed and extremely easy to predict. You do not need the Rod of Discord to dodge it. You just are not learning how to dodge it because you're relying on the Rod of Discord. That is what's going on there. The death ray is by far the easiest attack the Moonlord has in terms of dodging. It's the most punishing if you get hit by it. But if you need the Rod of Discord to dodge the Moonlord's death ray, you don't need the Rod of Discord. You just haven't figured out how to do it normally and are relying on the Rod of Discord to avoid having to load. What are you watching? I'm building a Wall of Flesh arena. I'm using the planter boxes for that. Pro tip, planter boxes. Buy them from the Dryad. I got Daybloom planter boxes. All that is 100% true, but if you get lucky every time, so why not? Oh, you don't have to. I'm just... it avoids you having to rely on getting the Rod of Discord every time. But, like, what if you don't get lucky one time? You can sit there and farm for the Rod of Discord? I never remember how long of an arena to make on different difficulties. Like 2,000 blocks is... I don't need more than 2,000 blocks. This is expert mode. I make like 4,000 for like For the Worthy, like legendary mode. And expert Wild Flesh is way easier than that. So 2,000 should be well over enough. You just like the seeing people for non-journey characters, because even though special limit was ridiculous and actually takes the fun out of the game, either that or dramatically reduce the damage. I mean, everything from the Moonlord is already super overpowered to begin with, like the Star Wrath, or even just like the Stardust Dragon, or the Celebration Mark II, like they make the rest of the game a complete joke. Anything that's not the Pillars or the Moonlord itself, or maybe the Daytime Empress of Light. Sure, the Zenith is the ultimate version of that, but like it is the end game. Once you've obtained that, you're past the point where there needs to be difficulty in the game. It's basically just the button to go, I want to mess around in the game, but I don't want to have to actually deal with anything. So, you know, I'm building or doing all sorts of stuff. I don't really think it's that much of a problem. Yeah, Zenith is post-game. Yeah, I mean, it's fun having OP things. And letting the players play around with it. The game is over. Like, the game could literally delete your character file and world as soon as you killed the Moonlord, and I think most people who play the game would not have a meaningfully different experience, because most people don't really do very much post-Moonlord. Maybe they'll hop on the character, maybe they'll do a little bit of building, maybe they'll look around at their stuff, or reminisce a little bit, but the game's over. There's not more to do. It just gives people new things to play around with. You play more post-Moonlord? I mean, like I said, some people will, but I do not think that is the typical stance of most players. We use planter boxes for arena because they work very well with smoke, sir. With platforms, you will build stairs if your cursor is not directly horizontal, whereas with planter boxes, smoke cursor will always place it horizontally, it'll never place it diagonally. You can also buy them infinitely, which is very nice. I mean, planter boxes aren't strict upside. There are some things that are a bit annoying about them. But especially in a situation like this where I don't want to have to constantly... Oh, also they don't burn in lava, which is nice. I think it also makes the player... Like, it's... It feels like, and this is something that not every game has, and it's something that I feel like was more common in older games, where it feels like there's a really, really potent and powerful reward for doing something that is just super overpowered, and that's a very particular feeling. It's like, I don't know, in the original Dead Rising, if you did the achievement to, like, kill enough zombies to match, like, the entire population of the town, you would get, like, an extremely overpowered Mega Man blaster that I think had, like, infinite ammunition and was insanely strong, that you could use in any save going forward. And, like, do you have to use it? No. But, like, it's a fun, overpowered, like, cheat code option to be like, hey, here's a really, really, really busted weapon. Have fun. You know, go mess around with things. See what you could do with this now that you couldn't do with other things earlier because your weapons were weaker. Yeah, Resident Evil weapons. Like, by the time you've unlocked it, you're done with the game. You're just replaying it. And it's just a way to let players have fun with new things, or mess around in the game in a way that they couldn't before. When do you think we'll fight the wall? I don't know. When I'm done with the arena and done with the other stuff, I have a set time. Not exactly rushing for it. Want to make sure I build everything well. There's no time pressure, we're not speedrunning. I mean, the actual fight itself is going to be very short. Like, maybe 2 minutes tops. Demon Scythe. I could sell it for some money. Oh, it's an angry Demon Scythe. Why is flesh blocks hard mode only? Are those the ones you craft at like the meat grinder? Actually, flesh blocks are not hard mode only. Just play on, Don't Dig Up or Get Fixed Boy, where they spawn naturally on floating islands instead of cloud blocks. Like, how could you forget that? On most worlds, they're post-Moon Lord? Are they? Why? If it's cycled right instead of left? No. I have this very intentionally designed so that a recall potion is one click away from my sword. That is the most important thing. That is what matters here. Nothing else matters, except for making sure that I have the fastest way out of a dangerous situation. That would go from needing to press 1 time to get to my recall potion to needing to press 9 times. Which is much worse, and would probably get me killed if I was in a dangerous situation and needed to recall. Can't do it on a wall of flesh? No, I mean, I'm gonna take the recall potions off of my hopper during the wall of flesh. And I'm also going to not switch weapons during the wall of flesh. I just cycle right twice to get to my sword. I don't have the ability... I don't have cycle right bound to this control scheme, is the problem. It's on a separate control scheme. There aren't enough buttons for me to have cycle right. I can only have one cycle button. Welcome back, Ethan Chat. If I could have both cycle buttons bound, I would, but it's not really an option. Use one of the dancepad buttons as a modifier button to change what the rest do. No, but I can go to a different control. Like, I can cycle to the right if I go here. But, like, it's easier to just not do that. I don't think this software supports combo presses. I can change what it does based on how long I hold it down for, but that is more complicated than just pressing. Why cut the trees down? Because otherwise Smart Cursor won't allow me to place in a straight line. I haven't played Terraria recently enough to try the bouncy boulders, made you feel old, and they were added like a year. What's worth. So that sure works with the dance pad. I mean, I could make virtually any game work with a dance pad. Like, Terraria doesn't natively work here. I have an external software that translates the dance pad inputs into keyboard presses. I have a software called Xpadder that when I press different buttons, it translates them to keyboard or mouse presses. Use one of the buttons as shift. I already have shift bound to other things. It's not worth trying to rebind all of this to save a small amount of time cycling weapons. Like, yes, that could work for some combo presses, but it's both easier and simpler to just do it the way that I've done it. I mean, a lot of bullet hell games are like rhythm games. Yeah, I just have some platforms, so I figured I'd put some down. And like, dance pads are meant to be played with rhythm games. And obviously, you know, not everything in a bullet hell game would work comparably, but certainly some bullet hell games would be pretty playable on a dance pad. Even they actually work well on a dance pad. But obviously, like I said, it depends on it. What brand thigh highs are those? I don't know, I bought these a while ago. Okay, before I fight the Wall of Flesh, I'd like to do a little bit of preparation in expectation of the Crimson and the Hollow spreading in the world, particularly the Crimson. So let's take a look at the surface firstly, and see if there are any problematic areas based on what we have now that I'll want to quarantine off. This will be blocked by a living tree, so there's no worries there. This will be mostly blocked by the snow biome. I don't think I'll need to put very much work in, and if it's a problem, I can just plant some hollow seeds there. The pylon's far enough away that it's not going to be imminently problematic. Yeah, I think I'm going to hollow the snow biome area. Buy some seeds from the Dryad. Because there's Crimson on both sides of it, and hollowing it's going to be the main way to ensure it doesn't get corrupted. Dungeons between the ocean pylons, so no worries there. I don't think there's any Crimson on this side of the world. There's not, so as long as Crimson Wave doesn't hit that direction, that'll be fine. As far as the underground pylon, that's in a dangerous spot. That is a potentially crimsonable area, so I'm going to want to spam a bunch of sunflowers down there to offset the crimson status of that biome. Terraria becomes a bullet hell game when you enter a large jungle cave without a ranged weapon. Oh, when you enter a large jungle cave without a ranged weapon. You can just, like, block yourself off from projectiles, though. Okay, so let's go buy sunflowers. The water from the sky is a way for nature to wash away the mud in our streams. Oh, who's the mud in this stream? Is it you? I mean, yeah, if snow becomes hollow, it just saves me some time. Don't plan to refight the Wall of Flesh, so we're gonna sell 2 of these. $55? That's probably enough. I don't know. You can never make an arena. You fought the Wall of Flesh and died 4 times to the Knight's Edge. I mean, it's not difficult to make an arena. I think the Wall of Flesh is really fun to fight without an arena on lower difficulties. Particularly not in hardcore. Like Classic or even Expert. It's pretty fine. Once you get up to, like, Master or especially Legendary mode, fuck if you're getting the Wall of Flesh dead without an arena. You know, Master maybe, but... Legendary Wall of Flesh without an arena sounds like miserable. At least in Get Fixed Boy, you have the natural middle area that's fairly flat, but for the Worthy... I'm sure it's doable, but, like, I would not voluntarily do that. Especially in a hardcore character. Let me just make some rows of sunflowers up here. Did for the Whale Flesh with an arena because that's what you always do and you got your ass handed to you for a while. The Hellforge need mining power to break? Yes. A Hellforge needs a Deathbringer or Nightmare Picks or better. Which is 60%? 65%? Forget exactly. But the same pickaxe power to break Hellstone. Planning to beat for the bees? Oh, you can buy a furnace from the merchant. He sells one in the jungle biome. As long as you have a merchant, you can get a furnace. Pretty sure he specifically sells a furnace in the jungle biome because of that seed. Alright, well, see you whenever that is, Ahmed. I'm going to finish this, you know, corruption proofing before I fight the Wall of Flesh, so I don't think I'm gonna fight the Wall of Flesh in the next couple minutes. Can you shimmer furnaces? I know there's some items you can't shimmer. I don't remember which ones, though. Yeah, the reason I'm doing this is because sunflowers offset the corruption status of an area and make it be treated as if it were less corrupt than it is. And because I don't know where the corruption is going to be, by putting down a bunch of sunflowers, I can ensure that even if this area does get corrupted, I can still use the pylon and access the joblin. Can't. You can shimmer furnaces? Okay. But yeah. I'm not sure there's any reason to shimmer them though. If you're playing on, like... I feel like stone and maybe arrows are the main thing you need you need stone for, and if you have the merchant, you have both of those in infinite supply. Yep, tried playing Terraria Dad and you kept killing the small animals. I mean, Terraria rewards you for killing the small animals. You get banners. At least for fish, penguins, and bunnies. Good building stuff. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Alright, see ya, Ahmad. Have fun with whatever it is you're doing. Okay. Yeah, the Wall of Flesh plan is basically going to be just aim Knight's Edge towards Wall of Flesh, walk to the side, and that should work. Yeah, I'm not positive, but that should work. You have an irrational love for the shotgun? Like the one that the arms dealer sells? In hard mode? That shotgun? All of them? So, boomstick, quad barrel, shotgun, onyx blaster, tack shotgun? Even the boomstick? What do you mean, even the boomstick? The boomstick's probably like the best shotgun. The lighting feels a little off today. Hold on. Is max brightness? Yeah, it is. Where's the... Hold on. Color's off. Okay. Any shotgun is good with chlorophyte bullets? I mean, by the time you're at access to chlorophyte bullets, the only shotgun you'd use is, like, the tack shotgun. Because Onyx Blaster is super outclassed by that point. And the tack shotgun sucks, is the problem. Well, I guess Xenopopper's kind of shotgun. Crystal Bullet synergy well with shotguns. What's wrong with tack shotgun? It's bad. The main thing is, shotguns function pretty poorly against enemies with high defense because they are a large number of individually rather low damage bullets. And by the time you get the tack shotgun, the enemies you're facing have a lot of defense, and it's not good against them. Duke Fishron, Empress of Light. That, and even against enemies with minimum defense, it's still not that good. Like, the sniper rifle, I think, is fairly better than it. Or a fair bit better than it. And, I think Venus Magnum's probably better than it. And, like, if you're not using chlorophyte bullets, it's hard to hit all the bullets unless you're at a close target. And if you are using chlorophyte bullets, you're shooting your damage in the foot, because... I mean, the last time I tried to use the tac shotgun was when we were doing, I think it was last year. When I was doing the first Get Fixed Boy playthrough. And it was 1.4.4, and they just nerfed the Dart Pistol, which would have been my go-to weapon for, post-Plantera. So instead, I'm like, okay, I'll try to get something from the dungeon. Dungeon's got a few ranger weapons, you got the rocket launcher, you got the tac shotgun, you got the sniper rifle. We get the tac shotgun, incredibly underwhelming. Just very, very bad. We got the sniper rifle, felt great, worked pretty well. We went up to the lunatic cultist and killed him with the sniper rifle. The reason why people hate Magnum is because of no autofire. The Venus Magnum has autofire, natively. Even without the autofire option, they added autofire to the Venus Magnum. The Venus Magnum is basically just a Mega Shark that has twice as much base damage. It is, like, very slightly slower in firing rate, but, like... Venus Magnum is really good. There's a concept you're only playing Calamity and comparing damage to the assorted endgame weapons. Target enemies have 0 defense. Yeah. And it's why something like the Onyx Blaster functions really well against target dummies or the twins, which are a boss with very low defense. But against things with higher defense, it'll really struggle. That's why, like, the Mega Shark, like, I've seen people using the Mega Shark against Duke Fishron, which is really bad, because Duke Fishron has really high defense, but, like, it looks really good if you compare it to target dummies, or if you use it on, like, the twins, or early game bosses. But against something with high defense, your damage will get, like, super tanked. You feel like Mega Shark and Mini Shark aren't worth it? I mean, Mega Shark's good, don't get me wrong. If you fight the Destroyer as your first mech boss, Mega Shark will easily, deal with the twins and Skeletron Prime. I mean, the Mega Shark is basically Ranger's version of, like, the Rainbow Rod, or Light Discs. I guess Ranger also is the Flamethrower. Where it's just a potent weapon that you can get from one of the mech bosses that will deal with the other two very well. Optic Staff, I guess, is also in that category. And, like, Mega Shark is not the best, but it'll work fine for Plantera. But it's a post-1 mech boss weapon. It is not, like... It is not something you should be using post-Plantera. It gets outclassed hard by that point. That should be enough for this. Unless it gets, like, right in the center of the Crimson, in which case it'll probably be invalidated anyway. It's the post-easiest mech boss weapon, too. Debatable, but yeah. Which mech boss is the easiest and the hardest is down to personal preference. Chain Gun. The Chain Gun suffers from the problem of being basically unusable without chlorophyte bullets, but then chlorophyte bullets also shooting you damage in the foot. And Chain Gun also suffers from the issue of the main thing you would use the Chain Gun for is the Lunatic Cultist, and the Lunatic Cultist has a resistance to homing damage. Because it's a post-golden weapon. Now, it is also good for Duke Fishron and the Empress of Light, but they also have very high defense, which makes the chain gun less appealing, because it's a large number of not individually super high damage bullets, so your damage is going to get nerfed a lot. It's just awkward all around because of where it is, but it is a good weapon. Mr. Bumwash, I'm going to holler for Daedalus because it still seems to be super good against Destroyer even post-nerf. I mean, it's fine. If you're using the Daedalus, I think Unholy Arrows would be the Daedalus Stormbow barely got nerfed. It did, like, the Stormbow didn't get nerfed that hard. Holy Arrows got nerfed into the ground. The Stormbow just got, I think, like a minor damage nerf and a bit of a change to how many of certain arrow types would drop when you use it. Destroyer's the easiest if you cheese it. I mean, every mech boss can be made a joke if you cheese them. The twins, you just need to set up a couple teleporters and they can't hit you. Skeletron Prime, you can also just set up a couple teleporters or a minecart track and he can't hit you. And the Destroyer, you can just, like, insta-kill on spawn or line him up with a star cannon and do some infinite piercing shenanigans. Yeah, Holy Arrows got nerfed twice. They really have been nerfed into the ground. They are drastically worse than they used to be. Holy Arrows used to, I think a Titan Potion. Helps for the hungry with the Knight's Edge. Oh, is it? They used to pierce once and also deal 100% of the base damage of the weapon. And now they don't pierce and they do 33% of the base damage of the weapon. Which is way worse. People using Stormbow for Duke? I mean, you can. It's a fine pre-mech weapon. I mean, I'd personally rather use, like, a dart pistol. But it's not, like, outrageously awful. Oh yeah, Holy Arrows are quite bad. The only boss I think I would use Holy Arrows for is the twins, because they natively have low defense. But, like, the stars just do very little damage now. Some restoration potions. Iframe? I don't think it has iframe problems. The stars don't pierce. They shouldn't have iframe problems. It has no piercing. Do I have food? I don't think I do. Fight Duke post Plantera. Duke's intended to be fought post Golem. It's reasonable post Plantera. When you were younger, Duke Fishron was always a boss you struggled with. I mean, Duke Fishron is a very different boss from a lot of the other Terraria bosses, in that it is very aggressive and in your face. And the only other bosses that are really that aggressive and in your face are, like, you know, charging Spasmatism. But even then, he takes periods where he's not doing it. Like Plantera, which is a boss that a lot of people struggle with in Phase 2. It just has unrelenting aggro. Hit the boss with a passion, Queen's Thumb should be thrown in the trash can like Akram. Truer words have never been spoken. The only boss that I dislike more than Queen Slime is Deerclops. And I have a whole, like, 8-minute video talking about why I hate Deerclops specifically. But yeah, Queen Slime sucks. Oh, thank you, One. Okay, Wall of Flesh? I think Wall of Flesh. Yeah. I need to respawn the guide. I don't currently have a guide. He is dead. Let me go repair the beach house. As long as you have a bundle of balloons and frog leg, you can dodge Duke infinitely. I mean, you can do it with just, like, a gravitation potion. Duke Fishron's first two phases, you can literally just, like, drink a gravitation potion, go up, go down, and that's basically the entire fight. And it changes a little bit in his third phase, but... Recently watched my Hoix video, never realized I was a programmer sock wielder. I'm not a programmer, but, Enraged Duke can be beaten by an anti-gravity hook. Yes, but the anti-gravity hook is also a post-golem drop that comes from Motion Madness, so there is that. Okay, respawn in the guide, you have to build so many houses and useless people keep moving in. Just build more houses. Also, it cannot anymore, Novastrom. They buffed Enraged Duke Fishron at 1.4.4. His AI is different. Yeah, he shoots projectiles now. Yeah. He just shoots his Cthulhu Nados out. So there's the spawning projectile. When Sonk equals plus 15 tech skill IRL. I'm not a programmer or a comp sci major. I'm sorry. I hate to break the news. I'm a neuroscience major. You remember that one Yormir video? Yeah, the one where we fished up a bunch of Enraged Duke Fishrons in hell. I mean, it was a really effective strategy. It's just, 1.4.4 fixed it. What are you talking about, Time Death? What are you wanting to? Must be a Fallen Star Knight. A lot of stars. Not that I need any. Fishron in Hell? Yeah, this was back in like 1.2.4, and back when you made videos. I just fished up a bunch of them in Hell. I think like 9, something like that. And used an anti-grav hook to cheese them and spin around in a circle, while killing them with snowman cannon? It's been a long time since I've watched that video. I'm gonna put cereal in a sock and running milk through it so you can have flavored milk. Do your parents know that you say things like this? Go call your mother and tell her that. Okay, we gotta get the guide. Okay, Eugene's throwing a party. Where's the party go? I'm down. Who's Eugene? Merchant? Is she in the fucking... She's up here, isn't she? She totally is. No, that's the angler. How anti-grav hook in 1.2.4. Oh, that video with anti-grav hook promotions 1.3. I mean, maybe it was 1.3. I don't remember. Oh, she's in the snow biome. Alright, slice of cake. I don't have enough money to make pig vineyards worthwhile. this down here, though. Back to sleeping. You ain't telling your mom that right after you told her your rabbit died? School the... Bro, the cool slime totally just... Wait, no, not necessarily. Because this is the first party that's happened, so the cool slime just showed up because of that. Oh, thank you, Mai. So let's see how long it takes for the guide. Sit down. Alright. We got Seth. Let's go to hell. Okay. Position my cursor over here. I don't have throw bound. I'm gonna have to throw it manually. Which is a little bit annoying. Because we're gonna have to do inventory navigating on the fly. But we can deal with it. I think I know how I want to do this. I'm gonna try to put blocks to my left, like wood, and make myself a little safe spot. I'm gonna go run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in a sec. Nothing's gonna happen in the next, like, minute. Okay. Hey, Anonymous. Actually hate dance pads. Never liked him. Gotta say it before he gets back. What was that space for? I saw that. I saw what you said. I know what you did. Okay. Well... Any reforging I want to do? I don't think I have enough money to reforge my Knight's Edge or something else. My accessories are all fine. Ball of Flesh is the scariest boss in hardcore, because there's, it's not even a particularly difficult boss, but it's a point of no return. Once you, once you summon the wall, one of you is dying. Unless you're lame and save and quit. Because you can't just save and quit the wall, but we're not going to. Which is why we've done, you know, over preparation. And let me get my honey back. Because right now my honey is sitting right there. Well, thank you, Kuba. body back. Skeleton. Make sure not to fall in the lava. Would I rather a shark tooth necklace than Brain of Confusion? Nah, shark tooth. My main damage is going to be coming from the Knight's Edge, and shark tooth necklace won't make much of a difference there. Makes Wild Flesh hard as panic? Yeah. You prefer Worm Scarf? You're welcome to have your preferences. I'd take Brain of Confusion most days. Unless I'm specifically on a high difficulty in, like, hardcore. Because Worm Scarf gives you a bit more consistency with avoiding one-shots. Where, if there's a hit coming in for 550 damage and you got 500 HP, the Worm Scarf will always reduce that to a survivable amount, whereas the Brain of Confusion won't always do that. And so by virtue of that, there are definitely times, or in that situation, I would rather the Scarf. I don't have my weapon out. I'd like to be at full HP when I... Oh, jeez. So much for that one. Damn it. Okay, well, I guess we're just doing this now. Because we took the buffs. Fuck off! I don't know how I can do this without this being an issue. Okay, that seemed to have done it. Yeah. And now we just, don't die. Yo, shout out to my boy Titan Potion. Big fan. Once it gets speeding up a bit, it's gonna get a bit dicier because we gotta time out running left presses. Are we in coma one spot yet? Not quite. Yeah. Oh. Ah, you licked me at the end there. Alright, well done. At some point in class mode, you only should dodge the lasers. I mean, honestly, like, every difficulty, if you have enough defense. Okay, I need to get this loot. There's a skeleton archer. Hold on, I'll let him fall in the lava. I don't know if the guide respawned. I'm not comfortable with that voodoo demon being there. I wasn't paying attention. And if the guide respawned, I sure as hell do not want to resummon the Wall of Flesh. But let's get back down there. The guide did respawn? Okay. Fishing time? I don't know about that one. Okay. Corruption didn't spread here, so... The worst case scenario would be a blood moon happening right now. Alright, we gotta get that treasure bag. Okay, no blood moon. We also need to be careful about mimics, which could spawn on the path down here now. Just keep an eye out there. And honestly, this first night, I'm probably just going to lay low and not do anything until the morning. Because I don't want to deal with a fresh night in hard mode. You know, it's only expert mode, so we're not going to get, like, insta-killed if we look at a possessed armor the wrong way. But it's still something I'd prefer to avoid. Yeah, the early hard mode enemies are much scarier than the Wall of Flesh. At least on expert mode. You get to other difficulties and it's not quite the same. You put it on the opposite side of the earth, does it automatically make it a sandwich? You show on expert using normal controls? I mean, you can just do what I did. If you have a good amount of defense and a Knight's Edge and Lightning Boots and a Magiluminescence, you can just, like, stand in front of the Wall of Flesh and attack it and run away. And that's a very foolproof strategy. Granted, you can also do the same thing and just shoot it from a distance with, like, a Phoenix Blaster. It's all your requirements to be a sandwich. If you put bread on either side of me, am I a sandwich? Wait, hold on. There's a point of practicality with a sandwich. It's unreal how terrible YouTube recommendation really is. What are you getting recommended? Would I eat a sandwich with rocks in it? I would eat a sandwich that has salt on it, as many foods have salt on them. And salt is a, like, mineral, it's a rock, so yes. Yeah, we killed the Wall of Flesh, we're not about now. The Wall of Flesh was not difficult. It's the hard mode part that's difficult, and we need to decide, yes, your sandwich come here? Oh, what's on the sandwich? With or without the bread, I would be looking like a snack. I would be? Would. Not am. No awful shorts and clips. And YouTube still recommends him to me even though you're tapping, I don't care. I feel like it'd run more damage, but obnoxious amounts of... I can't say the rest of that word. Oh, thank you, Time Death. I'm not on the menu today, though. I had to 86 me after the expiration date was 2 years ago. So we have to make a decision, which is, do we break altars? If we break altars, that opens up the possibility of random hard mode boss spawns, and it also opens up the possibility of pirate invasions. Now, pirate invasions are manageable Yeah, I'll open up the wall flesh bag. I don't know what Obamacare is referring to. Fishing is safer, but fishing is slow as fuck. Bro, fishing is boring. You know how much I gotta fish to get all that stuff together? I'd rather just deal with pirates if they show up. Like, odds are they won't, and even if they do, they're not that dangerous. I just have to prepare accordingly. Speaking of which, I should do that right now, actually. I'm gonna enemy-proof this house. I'm gonna build a trench. A moat? A hole around it, so that wraiths can't get in here, and enemies can't get in here. That way, even if an invasion does happen, even if there's a blood moon, nothing outside of post-Plantera Eclipse enemies will be able to get in here. Use a trapdoor. Too much work to open a trapdoor, and wraiths can still get in through a trapdoor. That should be deep enough. Build your house like 6 tiles above the ground? Yes, but that would require me to rebuild the house. Alternatively, I can just dig 6 tiles underneath my house, and then it's 6 tiles above the ground. It's much easier to dig 6 tiles down than to rebuild the house 6 tiles up. Isn't that more work? Not on a dance pad. Not when I have all these chests full of items. It doesn't take that long to dig. How does this stop wraiths? Wraiths don't actually fly. Wraiths hover above the ground. And so if there are no blocks above them, they can't actually fly to you. They'll just hover on what the ground is. Hardcore Master Mode? I mean, yes, Hardcore Master Mode would be more difficult than what I'm doing now, but it wouldn't, I feel like, be much more interesting or fun. It would just be number inflation. Like, tank builds shrug off hits on Master Mode about as effectively as on Expert Mode, maybe with a little bit less efficiency, but like, if I was building a tank build in Master Mode, it would be going mostly the same way as now. We'd probably have to play even slower, which would not be fun. And there'd be a few risks that aren't present here, but for the most part, it would play out the same. Yeah, Master Mode ups the numbers. It gives you an extra accessory slot. It has some pet and mount drops, most of which are completely inconsequential. The only ones that... Really, the only one that might have some use is the Flying Dutchman mount. The rest of them are pretty much novelty. How are you going to deal with tortoises? Don't go to the jungle? Seems like the easy answer. Why would I go to the jungle? Like, once I'm post-mech bosses, that's a different story. But right now, hell if I'm going to the jungle. How do you deal with tortoises? Literally don't. Underground Snow has them? Yeah, but they hit for less damage, and they also glow, and are easier to identify. I mean, I feel that most of the game is balanced around expert mode at this point. Like, it very much... Bosses killed, everything up to the Wall of Flesh. We didn't do Deoclops, and this is a Crimson world, so we didn't do either. And we killed the Wall of Flesh. We're in hard mode now. How do you dash? On a dance pad? I don't. In base game, you just double-click a movement key horizontally. Or double-tap A or D. I mean, I could if I wanted to. I would just double-tap left or right while having a dash accessory equipped, but I don't want to. Why is melee so underrated? You feel like everyone just uses ranged? That's probably just bias from the group that you talk to. Melee is... I mean, I feel like every class has people that use them a lot. Probably the least popular class, if I were to guess, is Mage. Just because if people want a mechanically unique class, they'd probably be playing Summoner and not Mage. And if they wanted a class that was particularly effective, they'd probably be playing Ranger. So I feel like there are probably fewer people who main playing Mage compared to other classes. And say Mage was bad. Well, I will say Mage is bad in pre-hard mode. And, I think the Mage pillar weapons suck. But it's pretty decent in hard mode and mid-hard mode. It should be funny. I've done a face reveal? Yes, I've literally played games blindfolded. I've also done a hot tub stream. Mage always felt a little underwhelming until mid to late hard mode. Yeah, I feel like Rainbow Rod is when Mage really picked up, when I was doing the Mage playthrough. But yeah, I think if I were to pick a class that I think is the hardest to beat the game with, honestly, probably say Mage. Rainbow Rod? Yeah, the one you make from the twins. Souls of Sight. And various hollow materials. It's a really good weapon. We're not talking about the Rainbow Gun. That's the one you get from the hollow chest. Rainbow Rod, the one that, like, is a magic missile type weapon that fires a homing projectile. Honestly, there's a decent chance we use the Rainbow Rod in this run. It's a really powerful homing post-mech weapon, and homing is really strong. Oh yeah, they buffed it. My favorite TF2 class, Pyro. I like air blasting things. It's fun. Okay. Let's crack open that treasure bag. Is there anything useful that we could get out of this? Firecracker? I'm not playing Summoner. Ranger Emblem? Playing Ranger. I'll keep it in a chest just in case. No, Spectre Arm was really good. Major early game, once you get gold, you're screwed. Platinum is okay, but then for this game, when you're in hard mode with post pillars, weapons absolutely suck. I mean, I don't know. I think Mage, like, there are people who are still under the impression that Summoner would be, like, the hardest class to beat the game with. I don't agree at all. I think Mage is considerably clunkier than Summoner. They've added enough consistent Summoner weapons, and Summoner also has really good DPS. Alright, good luck on it. Why don't I sell the Ranger emblem? Because we could shimmer it to a different emblem type later, and maybe there'll be a situation where we want to slot it in. Summoner is the easiest to beat the game with? I don't agree with that. But I do think Mage is harder. Yeah, I'd say Ranger is the easiest, followed by Melee, followed by Summoner, followed by Mage. Melee just has a bunch of incredibly strong weapons. Ranger just has a bunch of incredibly consistent weapons, along with being able to stay out of danger, which are very important traits. Well, you can place bone with a bone wand, time death. That's essentially bone blocks. Alright, let's go smash some altars. Actually, you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a little hole here. And this hole is gonna take me underground. That way, if a random boss were to spawn, we can just walk down here. And we'll be underground. And they won't spawn. That said, when an on-tier class weapon is still worse than just using the Terror Blade. Since they changed stack sizes to 9999, Ranger resource management is not a problem at all. Whipping sound effects sucks. That's honestly the reason that I don't play Summoner much. I hate the way that whips sound. George A. Jaffe. Well, thank you, Melody. Now, if a hard mode boss were to spawn, we can just pop down there, and then they won't spawn. Oh. Gorgat Jafe? Is that what you were saying? Buy some hollow seeds. Spread a little hollow around. Don't want to run out of recall potions. The reason you never hear any sound effects is because you have the music very loud as Terraria music goes hard. I don't have two messages on Discord. Sure, important. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow because I'm gonna have to go to my grandparents' house to take care of their cat because he's going to get a like medical procedure done a few hours away and they're staying the night. So no stream tomorrow. Make the cat play. Hey, Linux. Okay. Let's check the damage. Where did the corruption in Hollow spread to? Hollow's to the left. Means corruption's on the right. Yeah, that's the hollow right there. I can see the hollowed sand. Boy, not a fan of that. Yeah. Oh god, I don't have like any forest surface hollow. Damn. Okay. Let's spread a little hollow over here. I want to make sure this place doesn't get crimsoned. That's also not bad to green slime. He's gonna hit pretty hard. Not catastrophically hard, but you know, something I'd rather not deal with given the opportunity, given the option. Alright, let me I'm gonna seed some hollow over here. Well, the crimson's also coming from the left. It approaches it on both sides. And because it's difficult doesn't mean it won't do it. It's a precaution, not a imminent concern. What's my current goal? That's a good question, and honestly, it's one I haven't considered super hard yet. We'll probably sleep through another night. Consider. So let's think about this. What do I want? I want better armor with more defense. I want... Let's see. Better weapon would be nice. Banana rings would probably be the go-to. No, I couldn't use banana rings. I couldn't aim well enough. How am I actually going to kill the mech bosses? Let's ponder that question. Spiders? I can do spiders on twins and then get rainbow rod. That might be the way we go, honestly. I probably won't use spider armor, but a pygmy staff, a witching table, summoning potion, firecracker buffed spiders will honestly probably be enough for the twins. And then from twins I could get rainbow rod. Rainbow rod will take out Skeletron Prime, and then we'll figure out something for the destroyer. Hey, see. I do want flesh knuckles, yeah. So the questions are... Yeah, I'm doing alright. How do I get flesh knuckles? How do I get hard mode ores? I do not want to fish. So, as far as hard mode ores are concerned, please shut this door. I don't... As far as hard mode ores are concerned, so after expert since the last time I've seen this stream, what, last year? That was a whole different playthrough. Super Star Shooter Destroyer if I aim right? That would be a mess to try to set up. I'd rather just, like... Honestly, Optic Staff could do it, but... But I saw me live with Master Mode just a few days ago? No, I've been doing Expert Mode the whole time. I was playing, like, a legendary mage playthrough last week, but that wasn't powered core, and that also wasn't on a dance pad. Okay, come morning, we'll go over to the Crimson and break some orbs. No, not orbs. Break some altars. Which Crimson? The one to the right? Well, we only have 2 Crimsons. I feel like I go to that one. Thank you, Lennox. Honestly, I have an AFK Blood Moon foam right here if I just bought bubble blocks and filled that place down there with lava. I mean, pirates don't concern me much. If we would have pirates invade, I could deal with it. The setup we have right now is basically pirate proof. We just have to not summon the pirate ghost captain. And to do that, I'll probably just make a big pillar upward that we could go up to despawn any pirate captains that would be down below. It would be a slight waste of time, but not a, particular problem. In fact, let me set that up right now. I'm gonna, actually, no, we'll go break altars. Okay. We just gotta be ready to recall at a moment's notice. Because some of these Crimson enemies could get rough. Purplings in particular are concerning, as they are very knockback resistant. Altar there. Oh, come on! Really? Bro, I need to aim for each altar? What a scam. Okay, where's the Wraith? Down below. I thought Smoke Cursor would get the altar, but apparently not. No, Herplings don't have slime AI. They have Derpling AI. Which, is similar, but it's not quite slime AI. Okay, Palladium. Palladium, Palizzi. Let me close off the ceiling. I really hope things try to jump around and dash more. More than what? Slimes? Derplings? Slimes? Yeah. Alright. Waking Altar spawns wraiths, so I want to make sure that I clear them up. There's actually plenty right there. Slimes usually get them. It depends on... Slimes are neutral if they are on the surface during the daytime. And it is not a slime rain. If it is a slime rain, you are underground, or you're not on the surface, then they're not neutral. Also if they're undamaged. Once they're damaged, they trigger to being aggressive. Or they start being aggressive. And I also don't think that applies to Crim Slimes, or Corruption Slimes. Slimes. There's Frostburn. Lightning's the best we got. Well, I have a Molten Fury, so it would make it flame anyway. Slimes are neutral? Yes. Pretty much all the slimes you encounter on the surface will be neutral until you hit them. Like green slimes, blue slimes. They don't care. They'll leave you alone. I'm gonna come up here because there's some ore in this area over here. Why weren't I running Phoenix Blaster? Isn't it like the best weapon objectively? It's a little bit tricky to aim. I also didn't get a handgun in the dungeon. Which is really, honestly, the main reason. If I had a Phoenix Blaster, I would have been using it. But I didn't stick around in the dungeon long enough to get one. I know my inventory's full and I'm not picking it up yet. I'm just gonna pick it all at once. I think what was it? Mythril, Adamantite, and Sunny D. That was thunder, lightning in game. Why are you doing this? I'm not on the surface. Please stop. No, it... Is it? I could... kill ice golems. But that's a risky maneuver, but... I think frost armor is better for tank builds. Well, no, it's not really. Plus one to the surface. I'm slightly underground. Yeah, it's not worth going for frost armors. It's just not. I can get I can get wings some other way, and frozen sucks. The movie, not. What ores? Oh no, I wouldn't be wearing the entire Frost Armor set. I would be wearing it because it has, I think, a bit more defense, but it's just not worth it. Well, that, and even if I find a Frost Golem, it's gonna take forever to kill. Because what, I'm gonna be shooting it through a one-block gap with a Molten Fury? Or, like, attacking with Vampire Frogs? I see. Oh, or chomp him up. Let's bail on this situation. Not a big fan of what's going on there. I think it's worth breaking a couple more altars. Maybe 3 more. Probably gotta go back. Back from the doctor? Yeah, I won't talk about it now. I don't like that. Oh, there was a sandstorm. I didn't like that. I don't want to walk against the wind in a sandstorm at the beginning of hard mode with only a Knight's Edge. I'm not a small child, Bismarck. I'm a large child. Alright? Get your facts straight. How dare you? So like, I guess we just go mining. Because if I go snow biome, I'll have to go to the right, either the left from the snow biome, and go walking across a blizzard. I don't want to do that. Or go to the right from the snow biome, which is also kind of walking across a blizzard, and it's getting late in the day. I don't want to deal with that shit. So maybe I just go get some, are we preparing for, like, the Regent Hard Mode? Yeah, we're getting ready to go mining for ores. Okay. Well, that's mine. Well, I don't even have another accessory equipped. Let me put on the Ancient Chisel. Potion buffs. Yeah, I love the Ancient Chisel. Shout out to my legendary mage playthrough where the entire underground desert didn't generate with a single Ancient Chisel in it. I'm not close enough to the alchemy table. Spelunkies and mining potions. How much blink do I have? 3? That's not great. We have a dungeon without a shadow chest. You mean a shadow key? Unfortunate. Always fish one up. You hate yourself. How about armor? I mean, I'll probably just make adamantite armor because it gives me the most defense. And I have adamantite wood, which is kind of a big factor there. Alright. Danger senses. Night owls take blink root, that's the problem. I was shopped at Sock Dreams. Nice long socks and inclusive sizing, but an extra long set of truth I had that actually fit boys taller than 5'2". Sizing it was terrible. What's wrong with blink root? I don't have much of it. As of right now, blink root is the herb I have by far the least of. 2, which is also what Spelunker and mining potions take, so anything that takes blink root is not something I want to just make casually. When does it bloom? That's the thing. It's completely random. It doesn't have a bloom time. It just randomly blooms. Like that one over there is blooming now. I'll grab some, but there's no rhyme or reason. It'll just bloom on and off randomly. Unlike Shiverthorn, which does bloom on and off randomly, except... Oh, sorry, it does bloom on randomly, but once it blooms permanently. Have you used loadouts? No. Alright. Yeah, I'll grab a couple of blink root because we got it over here. Damn, my staff of regrowth keeps quick stacking. Pumpkin in here? Yeah, I have a 544 pumpkin. Should we try to full and new moon? I'll play you fishing and mining. Most play you do the TPS tank go. You know what I should get? The merchant here is selling a sharpening station now. I should get that. That's gonna boost the effectiveness of these vampire frogs considerably. If you don't know, minions check, or rather, the sharpening station applies to all damage that you deal when you are holding a melee weapon. It is not like applying the melee damage. So if you have a melee weapon out while you have a minion out, it will apply the damage dealt by that minion. So, as you can see here, now the vampire frogs are doing like 4 damage instead of 1 damage. Well, to be fair, Fire Blossom is also tied to time of day, and that's found in hell. Alright. Yeah, so as long as I'm holding out my melee weapon, the vampire frog will have... Tune in and load something new instantly every time we stream. Yeah, but I think the point they were making is why would an underground plant care about moon phases? But moon phases are also like passage of time, which is why I brought up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the second staff that we wrote in the trash. So it stops quick stacking. And we also let's pull just up here. Oh, a meteorite's fallen. Rather it didn't. I'm stuck with it now. Let's replant some lingu. We got 13 seeds, so hopefully now we can get a lot of it. Okay, off we go underground. Got some stuff to mine. I can probably avoid popping a spelunker poke. There'll probably just be enough that I can find casually. I don't need much. I think it's 15 for a pickaxe. And right now I have 12 or 13. Yeah, nobody. You can fuck right off. Get the hell out of here. What's that? No, it's copper. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Noted. Noted. Would fishing be easier? Fishing is boring and slow. You know how long it would take to fish up enough ores for hard mode armor sets and whatnot? I mean, way longer than I feel like. And safe that comes from not being in the mine's really good. Also, you say something about survivability, one of the best things in hardcore. Yeah, well, there's a difference between when I'm playing, like, legendary get fixed boy and expert mode. I feel considerably safer and more confident going underground and mining in a difficulty where I don't get one shot. Um, like, yes, it is safer to fish, but there's a big difference between getting one or two shot by literally everything, or being able to mine. And safety is nice, but part of being like experienced at the game is not needing to do the safest possible thing at every turn. Um, you know what I should do though? The Crimson being here really sucks. Let's get some jumping. Although, the Knight's Edge should keep Floaty Gross at bay. So, the Crimson shouldn't be too bad, as long as I can avoid Crimson Mimics. Is that good enough? For what? Taken the idea of quality of life month being too cheaty. For Wall of Flesh, what difficulty timed up? Legendary? If not legendary, it's probably fine. If legendary, I'd go for Demon Side. Master should be fine. I don't like quality of life mods. I think they detract from the game. I think the notion of them being cheating is a little bit silly though, because Terraria is a primarily single-player game, and not one in which there's concepts of like competition and cheating. So I don't think it's really a concern. It's a game with a lot of sandbox elements. It's what you make of it. If you want to play with quality of life mods, it's your game. Play whatever you want. Cheating's only really a concern with you know, online games with like PvP or things that are like ranked, like speedruns or stuff like that. If you're not competing with anyone, cheating doesn't matter. If you're playing anyone, you're only playing yourself. I don't use any mods. I don't mind storage organization. I don't find it very difficult. But nothing wrong with using quality of life mods. But I don't like most of them because I feel like they detract from the game, and I also don't like the buffs that they give you in a lot of situations. Like, I think the mods that give you, like, permanent potion buffs, if you get, like, 30 of them, are hugely consequential. Because that is, like, I don't agree with the concept of those being, like, oh, once you get 30, you basically have an unlimited amount, because if you had 30, a lot of people will bring them up with quality of life stuff, which is why I'm mentioning it. Let's say you fish up 30 life force potions. That is 240 minutes of life force buff. That is a long ass time. That is 4 hours. Most people are going to be playing the game for a lot more than 4 hours. And it gives you that buff during situations where you wouldn't have normally had it, like just going around the world. For all intents and purposes, you just increase your maximum HP by 20%, which is a lot better than just having a buff that gives you it temporarily. Do some stuff to reduce the grindiness when you multiplayer friends, since your friends are lazy and you don't want to wait. I mean, I would just not grind things. Like, I don't think Terraria is a game where you need to grind things. You can if you want to, but there's nothing wrong with just skipping past the grind. It's not a game where, like, you really strictly need to get certain items or loot or whatever. Traveling merchant. Oh, what could a traveling merchant have that would be good? Hot take, we find fishing in Terraria fun. I don't mind it off stream, but I'm not going to be fishing on stream much. It's very slow and not very interesting. What do we got? Nothing good. You don't mind any potion making processes? I mean, part of it is like, once you find a good system for most potions, they're really not difficult to make. Like, the fishing potions can be annoying getting the, fishing ingredients for, especially the life force potions. But they're also really strong to counterbalance that. And as far as things that just take herbs, like, it's incredibly easy to make Iron Skin, Regen, Night Owl. Like, if I wasn't playing on a dance pad, I have a much larger potion fountain. I would have no issue whatsoever getting the materials. I was talking to the back of my microphone there. Yeah, it's the awkward situation of not always looking at my microphone, and occasionally when I put it down and pick it back up, I'll pick it up backwards. So we got the Crimmy here. Crimmy is a bit spooky. Not a fan of the Herblings. Fan of the Ichor stickers either. I am a fan of Orichalcum, but not seeing it anywhere. I'm gonna go off to the left. The Crimmy's probably not over there. Crimson Mimic, huh? That's not pleasant. Prefer to avoid you. Oh, it's either to my left or to my right. It was to my right, so it's gone now. I think it's a potion sound. Oh, sorry, torches, not potions. Boy, I wish I had hunter potions. Make this a lot less dangerous. Mimic, huh? I'm interested in a regular Mimic. He's down here. Ah, he's gone. Alright, I'll let the vampire frogs clean these up. Oh, vampire frog. I guess one of them's chilling with me. It's a bound wizard, but like, are we sure he wants to be unbound? Like, I don't want to untie him if he wants to be tied up. Just seems rude. Okay. I don't know how much ore chocomo I need. Are you one? Yeah. That was in your game. Alright. Crimson. Man. Not good luck with the orichalcum. Oh, there's some. Okay. Hollow is worse. I would much rather be in the Underground Crimson than the Underground Hollow. Crimson doesn't have teleport handles. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here. This is where the V crosses, though. That's a lot of bats. I think I'm gonna recall home. Yeah, we're getting the hell out of here. Alright. I'm gonna go smash some more altars. It's still daytime. Yeah, that's not a situation I want to be in. Knight's Edge or Hurpling? I can if I take it slowly. Not quite, but I can kind of Knight's Edge it. Hello, friend. Wasn't expecting to see you here. Philosopher's Stone. Alright, that's a charm of myths. Ooh. Need to, space in my inventory, though. Be a bit dicey. Break this altar first. What are these wraiths? I was wondering how long it would take for a airplane to get up there. Damn it, now I just picked up the death weed. God, this thing is annoying. Okay, now, surely, I'll pick up the Philosopher's Stone. Okay, let me get out of here. I gotta clean up inventory space. My ankles are also starting to hurt a lot. That's enough for the anvil, but not the pickaxe. Alright. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to stream for today, because my ankles are starting to hurt. Well, first, how did it go? Oh, it went fine. I mean... The wall of flesh isn't too difficult. We've been in... The hard mode part is a lot more dangerous, though. So let's see. Next time... So here's what I need. I need a place to farm Souls of Night. In a way that's safe and able to be done on a dance pad. Because we're gonna need a lot. Because we want a lot of flesh knuckles. I'll have to think about that one. That'll probably be a problem for next stream, and I'll probably think about how I can achieve that. Alright, I'll just go ahead and put these in here. In the meantime, let's get enough ore chalcum to make another pickaxe. Let me sell some of this stuff. God, my left ankle is really killing me. Sell. 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 Should make that Charm of Myths too. Got a 1.44 megabyte floppy disk from a friend. Can you eat it? It hurts to chew. It depends what kind of data is stored on it, and how it's been formatted. I'd recommend checking, or if you want to be safe, you can go ahead and boil it for about 5 or 6 minutes, or until it starts to spark when you plug it into a computer. And that's how you know it's ready. It also depends whether you're in the US or outside of the US. The US washes its floppy disks when they get laid. And as a result, they need to be stored in the refrigerator. And because of the conditions that chickens are kept in, it can be... There's a, minor risk of salmonella from your floppy disk, whereas in other countries that have you wash the eggs before cooking them, or just have chickens that are kept in cleaner conditions, there's less of a risk and it's a bit safer. Fucking demon? No, I'm not right now. I was for a little while, though. But, yeah, she was kind of a demon, so I just kind of stopped. Spawned during Wall of Flesh fight and got you killed? Rip. Was it a hardcore character? No? Alright, well, you can always try again. Alright, I'd like to get enough ore chalcum for a pickaxe. Oh yeah, it totally is annoying. Let me go down to the cabin layer. You know what else I should do? I should put lava in the bucket I'm carrying with me. Hey, now. Lava instead of honey. That way, if I encounter crimson mimics, or pirates or anything, I'll be better equipped to kill them by just dumping lava on them. Got any chocolate nearby? No. Could have been an adamantite, though. I like seeing that. Do a little mining over here. Do I got danger sense? Yeah, I do. Okay, let's fill this up with lava. Yeah, there's, I think it's either 15 or 18 orichalcum bars. I don't remember exactly because there are two different values. I think after both of these veins I'll have enough. The alternate ores from 1.2 take more bars to craft things than the standard ores. And I always forget. But I think it's 18. Love a good way to boil a floppy disk. It can be, but you need to be careful. Do you have a thermometer? You'll need to make sure the temperature is appropriate. I recommend a floppy thermometer. You can buy one on Amazon. They're not expensive. Hang on, sir. I'm gonna have to ask you to not do that. Although I appreciate what the vampire frog is doing. Yeah, 100 Celsius is good. You know, Mr. Skeleton, I'd prefer it if you guys sucked. I guess the vampire frogs are dealing with them, so... Too much threat at present, but... I don't know if I can get past these guys without getting hit. I can just wait for... Like, the frogs will kill it. Eventually. It's slow, but it works. It's only expert mode. I don't need to. I'm too used to being like for the worthy level cautious, when that's really not necessary. The better sound the vampire frogs? Oh, sure. I mean, I could go get spiders. But vampire frogs are adequate for my current needs. Imagine the length it takes with lawnmower to kill stuff. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have the sharpening station, it would take ages to kill those armored skeletons, because we'd only be hitting for 1 instead of, like, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I think I have enough now to make the pickaxe. How's the wall of flesh? Oh, it's fine. I mean, as long as you prepare properly, the wall of flesh is not a very difficult boss. No, this is just a standard seed. Nothing special about it. Okay. Is shameful... Okay, no. It has erectile dysfunction, but it doesn't, have a speed debuff. I don't know if I'm gonna fully mine adamantite tonight. My legs are fucking killing me. Particularly my ankles. But we'll at least get some. Why did YouTube make this? Is that the person dabbing? YouTube emotes are wild. I should close my blinds. It's nighttime now. People can see in here. Alright, well. Let's find some adamantite. Sam's looking in. Or just like my sister's elderly neighbors. Although I guess the two aren't mutually exclusive. Let me take a break and get some water here. Oh. Hey, whoa. Face turquoise covering eyes is a fantastic emote. What do you mean only good YouTube emotes? I don't see that one in there. Man, I really don't want to have to take care of my grandparents' cat tomorrow. Yeah, that one. I gotta go shopping tonight to, buy food. Okay. Why? Well, just because I have to go stay over at their house, all day. And I, like, just have to stay there all day so I can feed the cat in the evening. Okay. Adamantite time. I'd like to stop before going into this lava here. Yeah, getting adamantite will be a pretty big improvement. My ability to shrug off hits from various stuff. Because that's going to give us, like... it's like 30 more defense than Molten or something. It's a lot. Molten's 27. And adamantite is... exact number. I know the head is, I think, 23. Which is like almost an entire molten armor set on its own. Alright, well, we're not going to go up towards the mushroom biome because I just don't want to deal with that. Let's go down here. Wish I had water walking. Or Terraria boots, honestly. They would have helped out a lot. Not enough that I'd want to grind for them, though. But if I had happened into a lava charm, would have been pretty cool. Adamantite down there to the right. There was some up to the top left, too. A granite house flooded with lava. Odd. Lost the guide in lava? I'd rather not. We've already done that. Well, twice today, really. This guide booted all this, basically. Tossing the guide in lava, just... indirectly. Oh. There's a wizard. Ooh. Can the rock golem fit down here? Can a rock golem fit in a 2-block gap? I honestly don't know. I don't think it can. Because if it could, I think it would be down here. Well, we killed the guide once, to make sure that if a voodoo demon happened to fall in lava, or die above lava when we were building the arena, the wall of flesh wouldn't spawn. It's a good safeguard to avoid that. You just kill the wall, or the guide before you, start making the arena. Hey, Lotus. WTF? Yeah, I mean, I don't... You know, I'd like to just jump right into the mech bosses, but I think it's worth mining for the hard mode ores. You know, you could consider it a waste of time, but I think it's worthwhile. Oh, some more adamantite up there. I question myself, how do I mean, a lot of it just comes down to knowing what I'm doing. I'd like to kill that mimic. Best way to do this is probably something like this. Adamantite? Oh, there's some to the left over there by that topaz. Oh, Mimic gave up. Okay, Power Glove is fantastic. Or Titan Glove. Because we are going to need that for Flesh Knuckles later. Or the, Berserker's Glove, rather. So, very happy to find that. Is that everything we need from Mimics? I guess this, cross would be nice, too. But we're 2 for 2 on Mimic drops. That's nice. What you're thinking is so wrong? What are you thinking? Like, I should just try to fight a mech boss with what I have now and, just skip straight to hollowed armor? I considered it, but it's just much safer to do it this way, even if it takes a little longer. No, not even Terraria things? I don't know what you're talking about then. Kremen? Kremen. What have I done so far? We killed the wall of flesh. Tim. Tim, please go away. Tim. Tim. I want to mine my adamantite, Tim. 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 Oh, you jackass. I don't play like that. Okay, and now... being the biggest asshat in the world. I mean, I'd rather just kill him than have to worry about, blocking his shots constantly. Because he's not going to go away until we kill him. And I want to mine more than just this one thing of adamantite. Tim stinky? He is. He is stinky. I've never seen Tim take a shower. Tim shows up like sweaty, smelly guys at like card shops and game stores. Do I do any other things besides Terraria? Yeah, I mean... recently I haven't done too much, but... How much adamantite do I have? 161? Actually, we might be able to get enough for an armor set pretty easily. Whoop, good chunk of the way there. But it's 54 bows for an armor set. Which, it's 4 per, so that's what, 216? And then 30 for the bonus, which is 246 adamantite ore? Actually not that far off from that. The show defeated Duke Fish on paper airplanes? Yeah, I mean that was a while ago. What do you mean, is it true? If I was gonna lie about you want to see that clip? I mean, there's not a clip. It took, I think, like 16 hours. I also didn't do it live. I did it in a recording. I just see a bunch of emoji spam. Just reminds me of Eggo waffles. In the freezer at the grocery store, they had Eggojis, like emoji Eggo waffles, Eggoji. They were also on closeout and being discontinued by the grocery store. I can't imagine why. But yeah, I mean, killing Duke Fisher on paper airplanes, I mean, I've beaten the entire game with a lawnmower. I've killed every boss with a copper short sword. I no-hit the daytime episode of Light with a copper short sword. I've played Terraria a little bit. A couple times. Yeah, I beat the game with the flare gun too. Thank you for helping keep us handy with job apps. It's nice to have something in the background. What are you... Ow. My ankle did not like that. What are you applying for? Thankfully 1.4.4 nerfed giant fungi bulbs. Yo, truffle worm, let's fight Duke Fishworm. So they can't shoot while they're inside of a block, which means I can safely grab this adamantite. I thought I would adamantite over here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, fine. We'll get the bound lizard. Wake up, and please reduce spawns in the nearby area so there are fewer things attacking me. Is there anywhere you qualified to work out? Bro wants to apply for strip T? Twister? Strip Twister just sounds like foreplay with extra steps. Strip Twister is some straight, like, porn plot shit. If I were you, you wouldn't go through something fighting fish on with a dance pad. Okay, this is IBM formatted. I'd be careful. That could contain parasites. More comfortable than anything. That's why I said 4 play with extra steps. Twister in general is just foreplay with extra steps. And get rid of the parasites. I mean, if you cook it properly to an appropriate temperature, you can, but the problem is it's a fine line to walk, and oftentimes people end up overcooking it. I would recommend just getting a different floppy disk, one that isn't IBM formatted. I am 7 adamantite away from everything I need. I think, if I'm reading these numbers correct. You looked at these tags? What tags? Can you see the tag in my skirt? It's in the back here. I didn't think... Where is it? Wait, where is... There it is. I mean, I didn't think you could see the tag. My stream description, femboy. Yes, what about it? Didn't know these still existed? What did you think you were watching? I'm straight here in a mini skirt. Man, just a tiny bit of adamantite is all I need. Okay, there's some adamantite. I'm gonna ignore the dead man's chest. Yeah, but they're hiding because of transphobic people. Yeah, it's been a wave of transphobia, in, a lot of circles recently. Very unfortunate. Damn, that ghost axe came flying in. Ooh, you I do not like to see. I do not like you. You are not something I like. I don't like you. In fact, I may even hate you. Okay. Looks like they're naturally blocked off. When I first started playthrough, I didn't know Smart Cursor existed. When was Smart Cursor added? I didn't start using it until 1.3. I forget if it existed in 1.2, but I certainly didn't use it. Man, this adamantite is going to be a pain to get. It's been in since launch? Okay, yeah. I didn't use it till 1.3, I think. Used to move my cursor and mine each block individually. Crimson Mimic, Crimson Mimic, Crimson Mimic, Crimson Mimic. Surely he's not nearby. He must be off screen at least. What does the 2 SHD mean? Why would you do that, Vampire Frog? Why would you do that to me? Why? Literally just don't. Pick any of the other things to go attack. Except for the Crimson Mimic, the one enemy that I can't deal with. Who's commander of the dancepad too? So I have A, S, and D found here. This is left click, use item basically. This is quick heal / buff. This is jump. That is scroll my hopper. And then this, I have tab on here to mount. By pressing that button up there, I switch to an alternate control scheme. I have W here, which if I ever want to climb up a rope, I need to use that. And then I have Smart Cursor, toggleable there. And this will take me to another control scheme that has more in-depth cursor control, so I can move to the side. That will take me to map control, so I can open up my map. And that will take me to inventory control, so I can open up my inventory. Just a tiny bit of adamantite. Literally 7. And I'm out of Spelunker potions. I mean, I can go back to where I was. It's not that far away. Let me just do that. Because I know there's adamantite there. And once I get this ore vein, we'll be done. WTF y'all on, bro? Not strictly confining to traditional gender stereotypes. Classic skirt, except nobody cared. I mean, I don't think most people would care. At most, it'll be kind of like a, oh, okay. Yo, mechanical worm. I'm not going to use Summon the Destroyer. Not anytime soon. But, nice to have. Days we have to make it. Boy, my ankle is not liking do that jumping. That hurts. Trevor and Duke Fishron? No, I'll pass. I'll pass, honestly. Alright. Got a whizzy boy over here. Whizzing it up. If I beat this, you'll try to beat the game without your thumbs. Your ankle will stop hurting. Okay. These fucking vampire frogs are gonna aggro this Crimson Mimic. I swear to God. I already know they're gonna do it. I just need a tiny amount. Adamantite. Minuscule. Tiny amount. Your summoner? Summoner defense is concerning. I probably will use some summons, but I don't know if I'm gonna go full summoner. I mean, it's not an unreasonable suggestion. It's something you need to go all like random caps all over the place on. It's reasonable to go, hey, you can't aim, you should play summoner. It means it carries parasites, Lunix, or rather, the metal that it came from is from an environment that isn't strictly controlled for parasites, so you need to be concerned about parasites when eating it. And overall, I would suggest just getting a different floppy disk. Okay. It's right here. This is where we need to be. Literally just close this off. Nothing can get in here. And just... Vampire frogs, please don't aggro Crimson Mimic. Okay. That's enough. We got enough. The magic mirror. Oh. Many people complain just funnily enough when you show your face online, so you don't show your face so you don't get discriminated against. I mean, people IRL just really don't care much. Unless they're really bigoted. Like, most people will probably just be, like, at worst, a little bit uncomfortable because it's something uncomfortable because usually it's not something they're used to. Because, you know, trans or gender non-conforming people are generally, especially in certain areas, not encountered. So it might be something that they don't know about. They've only heard about online or on various news things, and they've only heard bad things. But usually just some interpersonal experience will cause most people to change their opinions, as the biggest cause of that discrimination is usually just lack of experience and fear of the unknown. Kind of comfortable with seeing a femboy IRL? Especially in your country? shaved your thighs yesterday? Hmm. Be sure not to neglect, taking care of them after you shave, because you don't want to get ingrown hairs and whatnot. Okay. Well, I think this is going to be the end of the stream here. We got full adamantite armor. Takes us from 47 defense. I'm running melee in this run. I am running tank. I will use whatever weapon is the most effective at any given point in time. 47 to 72. That's what, 25 points of defense? That's like almost double of what Molten offered. Okay, I'm gonna deal with all this inventory sorting later. My ankle is really hurting. And I gotta go shopping. Okay, well, Wall of Flesh down, and we have Hard Mode armor. Next time, I'm probably going to be farming Souls of Night to get various flesh knuckles. I mean, it might not even be an outward dislike time death. I think part of it is just discomfort with things that people aren't used to. And it oftentimes isn't even something that's consciously acknowledged. It's just different, and things that are different are scary or concerning. But by having positive experiences, you can change that, because most people aren't going to be inherently biased to hate trans or gender non-conforming people. It can be difficult to get comfortable with something that you're not used to seeing, especially if it's something that's portrayed by other people or media sources in your life as a negative or a bad thing. And it's easy to get mad at people for having those subconscious or unconscious biases, but that doesn't make it make them a bad person. It just means that it's something they're not used to and not necessarily comfortable with. And yes, it is kind of insulting for somebody to tell you, your existence makes me uncomfortable. But I think it's unfortunately something you kind of just have to deal with when dealing with people, because you can either get outwardly angry, which usually reinforces those beliefs, or you can bide with it and try to change those beliefs, which usually is fruitful, but it can be kind of insulting or demeaning in the meantime. Hope this stream is unlisted. Why would it be unlisted? Oh, so you're a trans person who isn't there? Okay, well, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because I need to go take care of my grandparents' cat tomorrow. But Wednesday we should continue. And hopefully get to the point of fighting a mech boss. We're going to have to do some Soul of Night farming. And probably get a better weapon. I think Spider Staff, maybe. I think Spider Staff twins Rainbow Rod. I like the sound of that, but we'll see. Yeah, bye everyone.